Welcome to Channel 11. I'm Hillary, and I'm joined here by Keisha, my co-host and co-conspirator in these experiments. And we decided that we wanted to do another little experiment today. And so the date that we're recording this today is July 9th. And 2 days ago, we had a pretty big astrological event happen. The planet Uranus moved into the sign of Gemini. And this is something that it will be happening from July 7th until November 7th this year. Then Uranus will sort of retrograde back into Taurus for a few months. And then April 26th of 2026 is when we're going to enter this full 7 to 8 year long period of Uranus being in Gemini. And this is a pretty big shift for all of us. It's going to be leaps and bounds in the way we communicate with each other and AI, our relationship to AI. If you're not familiar with it, you can look up any astrologer. They're talking all about it. But we thought, would never say that I'm an astrologer. I find it to be fascinating. But we thought, given what we do, what if we try to have a conversation with the planet Uranus and see what comes through for us? And so that's what we'll be doing here today. And so thanks for tuning in, and we're just going to get right into it.
Thank you, Hillary.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Okay, close your eyes. Big breaths into your belly. Breathe into your heart. Few breaths into your brain. Use your next few breaths to connect your brain, your heart, and your belly. And with this next breath, fill every single cell of your body with fresh oxygen, fresh information into every single cell of your body. And just breathe normally. I'm going to ask you to place the beautiful pyramid of white light so that it completely encloses your body, even the underneath side of your body, so that you are completely enclosed within the beautiful pyramid of white light. I'm going to ask you to place a crystal clear diamond with many, many, many facets between the apex of the pyramid and the top of your head. And now I'm going to ask you to allow the pyramid to bring you to a body of water where there is no land in sight. It's water as far as you can see in every direction. Let me know once you've arrived there.
Yes, I'm there.
Is it daytime or nighttime?
Daytime.
Is the water fresh water or salt water?
It's salt water. Mm. It's not extremely choppy, or the waves don't feel that big.
Okay. So it's fairly calm.
It's fairly calm. Yeah, just definitely a vast ocean.
I'm going to ask you to start floating on your back. And as you're floating on your back, is the pyramid still with you or no?
No.
Okay. What is the temperature of the water like?
Yeah, it's pretty mild. It's nice. It's not too cold.
Okay. And I'm going to ask you to allow yourself to float there and until the sun goes down. And you can condense time to where the sun is starting to go down.
Okay.
Is it completely dark?
Dark now, yeah.
Okay. Are there many stars in the sky or no?
There's a lot of stars because there's no moon.
Interesting. Okay. I want you to find Uranus. You can take your time as long as you need.
I can feel it, but I'm not getting any kind of visual yet.
Describe the feeling that you're feeling.
It's like um I just feel this very big presence, like a very powerful and commanding presence, but not in a way that feels like it dominates or controls. It's just this, like, there's a reverence for it, because it feels so big and powerful.
Bring that feeling into your entire body.
It's just so strange. I have to tell you this. Like
Yeah.
I just had this flash of like people waiting for the Pope to go by in the Pope mobile. Like that was the feeling that I was having, this sort of level of excitement and like knowing that this big planet, this powerful planet is like coming into my awareness, or like I'm feeling the entrance of this very powerful being. And then in a flash, I just like saw all these people like waving. I don't even know what they're waving things, like waiting for the Pope to go by in the Pope mobile. So that's maybe the feeling.
Okay. Go to when the Pope mobile is going by.
Yeah, it's going by right now.
Describe the Pope to me.
Um, yeah, he feels like relatively young compared to most popes.
What color hair does he have?
It's brown.
Is he by himself on this? Describe the Pope mobile.
It's weird because it just kind of feels like a like a golf cart that somebody just like hung some streamers around. It's not super fancy.
Okay.
It's kind of a bootleg version of what I would suspect the actual Pope mobile looks like.
Does it look like a golf cart?
I, Oh, definitely. You can definitely tell it's a golf cart. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not fancy.
Describe the streamers that it's decorated with. What are those made of?
Well, there's like some that are just kind of coiled around or so it kind of looks like a twisty spiral. But
Okay.
then there's others that are just like um things that have been stuck on every corner and they're round and they kind of look like fake flowers like but it's all white. Everything's white that's
Oh,
covering
okay.
it. There's no color to any of them. They're all white.
Where is the Pope going?
Um yeah, I don't know. He's just like out for a spin, it feels like.
Okay.
And it's like I'm really picking up on Matthias DiStefano right now too. Like at one point I thought he was the Pope,
Mm.
but then he kind of shifted and then I kind of felt like he was sitting next to the Pope, but he just kind of keeps coming and going. But there's a very playful energy to it all because it's kind of just like it doesn't feel like it's mocking the what that traditional Pope mobile situation normally is. I'm not too familiar with it, but what I'm seeing doesn't feel like a mockery, but there definitely feels like a playfulness to something that is typically so serious.
Ah, okay.
Because like I almost kind of feel them doing like wheelies in it, like spinning around a little bit in it,
Bring
and
that
it's like I'm feeling and I'm seeing that at the same time. I'm feeling the entrance of this big planet coming in. It's like the same thing. It's both. They're both happening simultaneously.
bring both of those feelings into your entire body. I'm
And with Uranus is like this feeling of thunder,
gonna
like the low rumbling of thunder that you can sense coming from a distance
right.
before it gets really close and it's the loud claps. It's that sort of rumble,
Okay.
and you can feel it in the water. Like the water is kind of very slightly moving.
Allow that feeling to come into your entire body. If you were to give a color to that feeling, what would it be?
It's both gray and gold.
Mm.
It's like this slate gray and also it's like almost more of an amber. Yeah.
Bring that amber color into your heart. I'm going to ask you to use that color to connect you directly to the planet Uranus. To allow you to travel to Uranus. Are you able to do that?
Yeah, I feel like I'm sort of suspended in the air in front of the planet.
Okay.
Just kind of like relaxed. Um,
Describe the surface of the planet to me.
it keeps changing. At one point, it felt like there was a very faint, like, staircase. It's very interesting. It was like I was seeing it as this. It's the sphere, this, you know, and it's gray, and it's this like amber, sort of amber gold. And I saw at the bottom of it, like as if you would just like walk along this staircase that spiraled around the whole outside of this globe, the sphere, the planet itself. But then the steps faded away, and then then I felt like for a second there was almost like it was a spaceship and it was going to have a door that opened
Okay.
up, and then that went away, and then I was just floating here looking at it, and it it's like the word that I could use to describe the way I'm seeing it right now is like shapeshifter. Like there's this movement to it that it keeps, like once I think, oh, I see a staircase, I'm going to climb that, then it disappears, and then the door opened, and then I thought, okay, I'll go in there, but then that disappeared, and there's like um yeah, like a bit of a trickster energy happening right now.
Okay. Can you
um
go into the door?
Yeah, well, the door is gone now. So and then I like was putting my hand to find it, and it was like everything just turned into this gaseous substance. So there's nothing there. And now I'm feeling like I just felt like a rope come down. And so I'm like pulling myself up this rope.
Okay.
And there's definitely, oh, there's like a man at the top that threw the rope down.
Describe what he looks like.
He's got a very, it's like, the best way I could maybe describe it is like a young Merlin, right? So he's got this sort of like the beard, and he's got this, again, there's this like kind of trickstery playfulness that's happening here.
Okay.
Um,
Are you at the top of the rope with him now?
so it's like, I just have to say this. Yeah, it's like young Merlin and like, but like Duncan Trussell. it's, there's a lot of morphing happening here. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay.
Are you at the top with him now?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like a trap door situation.
Okay.
And he's like, you didn't think this was going to be easy, did you?
What do you respond?
I said, I didn't know what it was going to be.
Can you ask him what what is going to be easy? What is he referring to?
He said, like having a one on one with Uranus. It's just, I got the feeling of like, So weird. It was like literally like I was going to see like a mob boss or something, and he's like, "You didn't think that you were just going to be like let in to have a conversation, did you? Without there being some, but it's not in a dangerous way. It's in like a fun way, But I had this flash of like Uranus, if you could put the planet into like a human form, like sitting in this big, tall leather back, like chair in front of a fireplace, like waiting for me. and and it's like you just gotta like jump through some weird hoops in order to like sit down and have a conversation with the dude.
Okay. So is he sitting in that chair now?
Yeah, it's like we came down. It was almost like a pole if you're in like a fire station or like a stripper's pole. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like we just slid down that and landed in this room. Um, and there's this big, it's a leather, like maroon colored chair. And there's a fire and there's like a table, and it feels like there's like a little glass of like whiskey sitting here. It feels very like professory or yeah, there is really interesting situation here. And then the feeling of Uranus is like at first I felt like Argyle socks very strongly and dark navy pants with like crossed legs and brown shoes. And again, it was like a very professor academia, like you're meeting with a dean of a university or something. It's that kind of a feeling in this space. But it all feels like it's not quite what it seems. Like that's the first impression, but you know that that's not really accurate. It's like the Pope Mobile.
What color eyes does he have?
I am not even getting a face yet.
Okay.
There's like no, it's like I can only feel it from the waist down.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. I maybe feel a little bit of like a dark blue jacket,
Okay.
but now it's all fading away. Like I know that this isn't,
This isn't what?
it's not like I know this isn't permanent. Like this feeling that I'm having about this,
Okay.
it's shifting.
Okay.
Um,
Where's it shifting to?
okay, this is really interesting. I'm going to try to explain this. Um, do you know a Rubik's Cube?
Yeah.
And so it felt like when you're trying to match up the colors on the Rubik's Cube to get the whole side to be the same color,
Right.
felt like a lot of these things that I'm feeling or have all been like, oh, and then it gets like you try to line up the colors and it's not quite there yet. So you turn it again. Cause I kind of felt like this whole space just being like turned and it was like, nope, that's not lined up. And it shifted again. It's really weird. I keep seeing this big Rubik's Cube turning, and now I can feel like it's about to click into place so that all of the colors are matched up.
Okay. What is the last color that needs to be matched up? What
It's
color?
white. I'm just feeling this like bright white floor.
What is it
Um,
made of?
it feels like a really shiny, pure white, like marble kind of. It's very shiny. And it feels very opulent. And now I'm getting this feeling of like a very strong Greek god kind of feeling. I feel columns, big columns, marble white floors. And I feel the presence of someone that feels very much like it would be like Zeus.
Okay.
And I can see his face.
Describe what he looks like.
He's got a short grayish beard and he's very broad and stoic. But he has very kind eyes.
What color are his eyes?
They're blue.
Look into his eyes.
He said something like, well, that took a little bit of effort. Thanks. I'm glad you stuck it out. Something like that, to that effect.
Okay.
Like he's been waiting for me to come. He knew that this was happening, but it's like, were you going to follow through with it or were you going to get lost in the traps that were?
Are you still looking into his eyes?
Yeah.
Can you ask him if you can go inside of him so that you're able to see yourself through his eyes?
Yeah, he said, you don't need to ask. You can just do that.
Okay. Describe what you look like through his eyes.
At first, I felt like I was just looking at a little kid.
A boy or girl?
Me as a kid,
Okay.
I felt like me as a child. Yeah.
Okay. Go stay there in that moment with him looking at you as a child. What are you wearing?
Um, Dark jeans, but they're like kind of 80s Wrangler jeans.
How about your shirt?
It's striped, like rainbow colored sweater-y thing. Lots of colors, red, yellow, blue, a little bit of orange and green.
And what are you experiencing as you're looking at him from the perspective from within him? What do you
Yeah.
feel to him?
It's so like I'm having this internal battle of like wanting, like seeing myself as this kid through his eyes and then going into my body and feeling like I should be intimidated by this presence, this man. And then going back into his body and seeing myself rapidly grow older in the span of just seconds. I can see myself like growing bigger and turning into a teenager. And there's this whole shift happening very quickly between me as a kid looking up and feeling like I'm intimidated or I'm scared of this, like, because I can just sense it by looking at the expression on my face. It's like almost like I am cowering when I'm quite young. And then as it grows, I can just see the evolution of my reaction to this very powerful masculine presence. Right. And so it gets like a little flirty and it gets a little almost like this playfulness, but it's still coming from this place of like there's a power. There's an interesting power dynamic, and it's not coming from him. It's always coming from me. He just like remains the same in this state of observation, and just it almost just feels like neutrality that he's got towards me. Like there's no, it's just this neutral. But through the eyes of being in him, I'm able to witness my reactions and my perceptions of this energy, this male, masculine, and a really condensed time, but like a lifetime of watching myself react to this presence. It's
Okay.
quite fascinating.
Yeah. So reacting to the presence of neutrality.
Neutrality, yeah, but it's interesting because it is neutrality, but my projections on it are anything but.
Right. You're projecting this
Right.
big, strong presence
Onto
on him.
neutrality. Exactly.
But from within him, you can feel the neutrality.
Exactly.
Interesting. So from in that space inside of him, in that neutral space, bring that feeling into your entire being. Really absorb that feeling.
And he's just kind of like, boy, you came here to play some really fun games, didn't you?
So from within that space of neutrality and combined with the energy of the child, what so you said he's like, you came here to play some really fun games, and what does that?
So I just felt him handing me. So I came back into the child, me as a child, right, and witnessed the cowering, right, and the sort of like, kind of my head's down and I don't want to be seen or whatever. And that's I'm feeling this like, okay, well, you came here to play some games, so let's play. And he hands me this like staff situation, and it's like definitely got this like lightning feeling to it. Like you hold it and it's like, oh shit, this thing has a lot of power in it. And he's handing it to me, and I'm just this like 5-year-old kid looking at it like, do you actually trust me with this? And he's like, just like, why wouldn't I? Do you trust you with it? Why don't you trust you with it? Something like that. And
Why is that?
why don't I trust me with it?
Yeah.
Well, there's the feeling that I get really strongly is because I don't deserve that level of power. I don't deserve to have that much.
What is it made of, the staff?
It's like it feels it's interesting because it almost feels like it's smooth like marble, but then at the same time you just know that it's literally filled with lightning. Like it gets like filled with this like high voltage electric, and you hold it and it's like, oh shit. um and I can feel like I almost felt like things like like my veins bulging out a little bit just by holding it. And
So that must have something to do with this planetary placement of Uranus at our current time, right?
yeah, it's like that's, yeah, it's like when he handed that to me, it was like, whoa, this feeling of, it almost had the feeling like I could take this staff and direct it towards any moment in my life or any like area of my life, right? And you take all of this power that's in this and transform that instantly.
Okay.
Right. So I was like having the feeling of being this little kid and being kind of scared and totally insecure and unsure of myself and I don't deserve this or whatever. And then like holding that and like pointing that at that exact belief, like, why don't you? You came here to play this game, so play. And then it was like instantly I kind of just felt like, oh shit. Well, that belief just got like radically shifted. And so then I was thinking like, okay, what else can I just point this thing at? What
Point
other
it.
area?
Can you point it to the planet, to planet
Yeah.
Earth?
Yeah. Okay. So it was like I pointed it. I'm viewing this as I'm viewing Earth from above right now.
Mm-hmm.
And so I pointed it down, and it was almost like this big antenna came out of the top of Earth where I'm viewing it right now.
Okay.
And the lightning or this rod thing hit it, and it kind of just like ballooned out briefly the whole planet as if it was just like struck with this massive information overload. And it went,
Expansion.
what's that?
The word expansion comes into my mind when you
Oh,
say that. Like
definitely. Yeah. Yes. It's like
infinite.
expansion. And so it had to expand in order to receive all of this. And then it kind of contracted back into its normal size. But I saw the whole thing kind of balloon out and come back in. And I'm going to like peek down and see what just happened. Yeah, there's like a very visible grid that I'm seeing happening.
Describe the grid.
Um, it honestly looks um, like a spider web, but less webby like that, but more in like a grid form. But these lines look like thin strands of a spider web,
Okay.
and I just keep seeing symbols moving along them, but they're not. It's not really words that I can read, but it's like it's all information that's being carried around on this grid. Um,
Can you go down to one of those threads?
yeah.
What information is being carried on that particular thread?
Um, I don't, I just have to say this because this is what I was feeling, but the word polyp came in really strong. I don't
Paula?
know why. Polyp. I don't even know.
Ask Uranus why. What does that word, what is the significance of that word? Ask him.
He said blockage. Like that one, there was some sort of a blockage on that.
Is the blockage still there? No.
Yeah, it feels like this buildup of pressure on
Okay.
this thread that
Okay.
like something, yeah, something was blocking this information, and it's just like all I'm feeling is this polyp who's in the way. And it's creating this pressure to the point where it feels like this line is about to burst.
Okay. What was the cause of the polyp?
Um, Not listening.
Not listening to what or who?
Hmm. It's like someone not listening to their own wisdom or their own intuition, or it's like information that was trying to get to someone. I was like seeing this big ear, right? Like, and like this person, like there's this information that wants to go to this receiver, but the receiver is blocked. And so the information can't get there. And so like the lack of listening, it's like it almost feels a little chaotic, right? Like there's all kinds of signals happening down here,
Okay.
and it's very easy to not, there's like frequencies, like it's almost like the spider web lines are the ones that you want to be tuning into, right? They carry the really good information on them. But then I keep feeling this like this, like there's stuff that really gets in the way. And so if you're not listening carefully, you're not going to get the stuff that's on the spider webs. Like that's the good shit. And you're not going to receive it. Like there's a lot happening. But at the same time, it also feels like if you want to tune that stuff out, if you can, like you have to be aware of that other noise. And if you're aware of it, I have this feeling of just like you could just turn the volume, just like turn this knob and mute all of that, and then you're good. And then you have the spiderweb information. But if you don't, if you're not aware that this other noise is there and it's blocking like the good shit, then you're not going to receive it. And there's not like, yeah, there's not, I don't,
How does the polyp burst or go away?
I just see and feel this pressure. It's like a pressure cooker. Like the pressure's building so much that it, it has, the energy has to do something. It has to erupt. It can't just stay in like polyp form, you know? It has to burst.
Are you able to go to the beginning point of that thread or no? Does it have a beginning and an ending point or no?
No.
Can you go to one of the intersecting points?
Yeah.
What information is traveling on this particular one that is intersecting with it?
Um, yeah, it's really, I keep getting this feeling of a microchip.
What is the microchip used for?
I was feeling the microchip a little bit before too, when I was feeling like all of the chaotic stuff going around. I'm feeling this like I'm really feeling brains a lot. Like I'm almost like experiencing the inside of someone's brain, right? And I can feel a brain that has this microchip situation in it. And when I feel that, it's all that extra noise and chaos. And it's these like high pitched, awful sounds that it they're not good. And then I feel this other brain that doesn't have that is like it almost feels like that other brain too is like free from like 5G kind of signals that are like we're so used to going through our fields and stuff. Like this other brain feels very clear, like crystal clear. And it's got this antenna on it that's just like picking up the signals freely. And I see these like networks. So it's like these two things happening simultaneously, like this total chaos and these brain chip brains that are like all of the wires are crossed on those and the signals are like really high pitched and the frequency's terrible. And then there's these other network of brains that has this like crystal clear signal between them. And I just see these like, they almost look just like these tiny little antennas with just like the teeniest, tiniest little diamond on top. So you can just see this little sparkly thing come at the top of the antenna. And those antennas are all connected and connected to the spider web information. And everything's flowing really freely and with ease. And there's a lot of clarity. And there's a lot of like really good information sharing. And I'm getting like more, like lots of brain information, lots and lots of like discovering more about human abilities, what the brain is actually capable of, or what our entire body is capable of. And that signal is very clear. And then the juxtaposition of that with this other one is it's kind of wild.
So, are you saying that some people's brains on planet Earth are functioning like with the brain chip thing, and some are not?
Yeah.
Is it pretty balanced of people who are with that type with either both types of brains, or is there one that's dominant?
It feels like it's fairly balanced. I feel like I have the feeling of like it was this really exciting prospect for a ton of people, like the brain chip situation.
Mm-hmm.
And then people started getting it, and it just like people then were understanding as they were getting it, like it really wasn't that cool. um, I can see like the people that have it just kind of like holding their heads and holding their ears because there's this high pitched noise and they can't get rid of it, and it's just like stuck in their brains. And there's this feeling of them like they feel like they're going crazy. And then other people that didn't have the chips yet are witnessing that, and so it's like, yeah, I'm good with that. I don't want that.
Can you go into one of those brains that has the chip?
Mm-hmm.
Describe to me what that's like.
It was really bad when I first got in here. Like it was really bad. It's like that. Like when you hear a fax machine,
Mm.
and it's like making all those horrible noises. I mean, it's very loud. and there's no clear signal.
It's interesting you say fax machine because in my next thought was when you hear that sound now in today's world, it's like an indication that you've called the wrong number,
Right.
or
Right.
if so, that's what I'm feeling like a message of these people who did this thing. They called the wrong number.
They definitely called the wrong number. Yeah. So then that was the very first thing that I felt. And it was so bad that I couldn't take it. Like it was just, I really didn't want to experience it. And I thought very quickly, well, what would happen if I had that staff in this brain?
Oh, okay.
And I kind of like took the tip of the staff and gently touched it to the microchip. And it almost just like, it like short circuited it,
Okay.
rendering the microchip useless.
Okay.
And I can feel like the brain experiencing relief
Mm.
because it's not it that feeling was so intense and chaotic and like so noisy. And then it's just and it feels a little fuzzy and it feels a little like there's not clarity at all, but there's not that awful noise.
Okay, so the clarity is not there, but the noise is not there either.
Right.
Okay.
And that's not to say that the clarity won't come. It's just
Right.
not there immediately. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Can you go to when it does come? Like the does it come immediately or over time?
no, I think it takes a little time. It's almost like you have, like, I feel this like regeneration happening in the
Okay.
brain. Like this quiet regeneration has to happen.
Okay.
And then, and then the clarity comes.
Describe the clarity.
The first thing that came into my mind was like listening to a bird singing in the morning,
Mm.
like seeing it on a tree branch and listening to it, just like there's no other sounds and it's just this beautiful song.
Can you go to that specific bird?
Yeah. It's got a yellow belly and a blue back. And he's very petite.
What is the song that he sing? Is it a male? Did you say he?
Yeah, he's a little guy.
What is the message in the song that he's singing?
So it's every day I'll sing to you. Every day I'll sing. And sometimes you might not hear me, but I'll always be here. Or I'll always sing to you. It's like you may not notice me, or you may be too busy, but my song is always here. My song is my song is for your memory, or for your memory, for your
Remembering?
yeah,
Reminder?
remembering, reminder, memory. My song is it's like a memory or something like that. My song is like a memory. And it's like when you hear it, you know the signal is clear.
Yeah.
Pay attention. He looked at me when he said that too. It was like, pay attention.
Mm.
It's easy to get lost. Like feeling that same trickery energy again too that I felt in the beginning, the shape shifting.
Yeah.
And I just see like I'm feeling all of the shape shifting happening, and I just like it's like I want to get caught up in that. I want to find out what's turning into what, but I know I just have to keep following the bird, and the bird's just like hopping along from tree to tree. And it would be really easy to like grab onto one of these other things and like find out what's that shape shifting into, or what's this turning into. But like I just know that I just have to follow this bird and pay attention. He just turned into Zeus then.
Oh, interesting. I was just going to ask you, what is the most useful message that Uranus, I was going to say, has for us right now? But what is the most relevant message from Zeus?
He's got, he's like, remember this staff, right? And all of the power that's in that is something that we all get to wield. But it's very, I'm very much getting to like this, like you came in, like you're here to play this game, but um, it's going to be very easy to get swept up in these other little stories, or these like tricks and traps. And this, there's an immense amount of shapeshifter energy coming in right now. And I can see him just saying, like, if that's the game you want to play, go ahead. But if you want, I feel like precision and clarity, and if you really want to learn how to use this staff, you don't want to get swept up in all of these other stories.
Can you go to a time where on the planet every single human being has a staff?
Yeah, there's no bodies. Like, there's not a human form anymore. It feels like there's not a human body. It's like the essence, the energy is still here. That's not gone. But it's this different, it's almost like we just are the staff. Like there's no, you don't have to hold this thing. You just are this thing now.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Hmm.
it's really, Cool.
Breathe that feeling into your entire body.
Okay, I gotta say this. Zeus just said, don't forget to cross your T's. And he kind of like winked.
So don't forget to follow through, basically.
Yeah, there's something, I feel like there's something more to it. Don't forget to cross your T's.
Isn't that like meaning like to bring to completion?
Yeah, but the way that he winked with it felt like there was like a double meaning there.
Like make sure you're paying attention to what you're.
Yeah, it's
Right.
definitely like cross your T's and dot your I's. Like don't forget to, do all your shit.
Mm-hmm.
But the wink suggested
Yeah, I hear you.
and I'm just trying to think of like other T's that might be.
What's funny, as soon as you said that, there was a rumble of thunder here at my house.
Really interesting.
Yeah, like literally right when you said that.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how I'm interpreting that, of really paying attention and not just writing those things
Right.
you can overlook off.
Yeah. Right. 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 Yeah. Pay attention seems to be a very prominent. And it's like I just feel that staff showing up for people a lot in um like one minute you'll just be walking down the street doing your normal thing and the next minute you've got that staff in your hand and you're just like, holy shit, what do I do with this? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it kind of is like this out of the blue situation where now you've got this thing and you're like, fuck, how do I wield this? What do I do with this? And that can be disorienting and confusing.
Mm.
And so there's like this, like, just like, give it a beat, give it a pause, take a breath, and know that like you absolutely can. You just
Maybe something, is it accurate to say maybe like don't forget to cross your T's could be somehow connected to also making sure that you are aware of your own power?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it was like the second time I said that and I said cross your T's, like I just saw Tesla's name in really big letters, like the T.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you to can you go find Tesla? Ask Tesla to come close by.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's like there's a lot of like lightning energy happening right now and I see like the T has got like this jagged big lightning bolt coming down to it and it's like kind of shaking because there's so much power coming into that, like cross your T's. It's like a big capital T for
Yeah.
his name and he's watching it and he's just like, yep. um
I just kind of got a little glimpse of him with that little wink, that common photo you
yeah.
see of him from the
I
profile.
had the same thing. Yeah, total same. Yeah.
Mhm. Interesting.
Yeah. There's something, again, I'm picking up too with this big, it's like, it seems like, it feels like that antenna that I was seeing coming out of the earth again, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then I was seeing it as like the Empire State Building has that tall,
Yeah.
and I was seeing the lightning striking it, and I was seeing Tesla standing at the bottom of the Empire State Building. And like there was a sense of completion, or like that was the crossing of the T's somehow. I don't know how to explain it. There's a very strong antenna symbolism coming in here.
Yeah.
Um, keeping that signal clear seems to be.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like, and then as soon as I said that, Tesla was nodding at me. It's like that's a lot of the information then that I was like feeling going from the brain to brain that was experiencing the clarity was like Tesla style information.
Well, it's so interesting because when you said that, what came through my mind was make sure that you're viewing the world through the mind of a diamond.
Oh. Make sure you're viewing the world through the mind of a diamond.
Mm-hmm.
The mind of a diamond.
Yeah, because I wanted to not even say because it didn't seem like it made sense. Because I
Yeah.
kept wanting to change it to, oh, like be the mind of a like you like I couldn't even figure it out because like the mind at first it was like the mind of a diamond. And I
Right.
was like, that doesn't even make sense. And then I was thinking about how weird and random it was that I just decided to ask you to put a diamond between you and the apex of the pyramid. And that just literally came in right before I was asking you to go into
Yeah.
the. And so I was trying to make it make sense. And it was make sure you're viewing the world through the mind of a diamond.
Okay. And then there was the tiny diamonds that were on top of the antennas for the
Yeah.
clear brains. Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like it's somehow connected to the antenna thing. I feel like it's very much connected to technology and cell phones and
Mhm.
how cell phones have diamond
Yeah.
crystals in them. Like we use crystals for that kind of communication, but we
Yeah.
need to use that same type of technology with ourselves.
Well, that's just it. It's like the brains that are clear, they just are picking up on the diamonds from the other brains without the use of, there's no 5G. There's no, it's like that very, like a very telepathic communication.
Right.
And then the other ones have like just like wires are crossed and signals are jammed and the frequency is so terrible you can't stand it. And both are happening at the same time.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it comes back, I think, circles back to the Pope like situation and make it a play and a dance rather than this serious,
yeah.
controlled thing.
Yeah.
Well, anything else before we wrap this one up?
I think that's it. Yeah.
Be sure to cross your T's.
Pay attention and listen to the birds. That bird that's singing outside your window is like could very well be Zeus. So
Yeah.
listen to what he's got to say. Yeah.
Thank you, Howie.
Yeah. That was fun.
Until next time, stay shiny.
Shine bright.